And we saw Polga up there. Matthew's family comes from the Polga area.
Or variations of these languages. So we are fairly safe in saying that there is no one Koyomk Awi language.
Này y cái cơn là nem y cái cơn, khu này nè nem y cái cơn, anh này cứ nè.
When asking a question of somebody, such as, are you sleepy, or are you hungry, the suffix honey may often be used. The H in honey is silent in the following examples because it follows the consonant N. This exercise provides you with a root word and how you can make a question using that root.
Sleepy.
There's Mary right there. This is my buddy.
Cream pen. Cream pen.
She was a great gal. Her and I shared the same birth date as well, you know, so she was real special in my life. If you go to the Orville, what is that called, that museum over by the lake there? Lake Orville Museum or something like that?
The Visitor Center?
The Visitor Center. There is, they have a, what do you call it, a model of her there. It doesn't really look how, this is what I remember here, an old Konkow lady right in here. We only have really one other person, one real elder person that speaks the same dialect of the Cherokee or the North Fork Feather River people, and she lives in Mendocino, in Konkow, Round Valley area, but she refuses to teach. So the one gentleman that you heard on there, his name is Brian Bibby, and I guess there's something going on between Brian and Lorraine, which is over in Konkow. But I think that, you know, if you're interested in seeing how a program can be developed, you can go to that mydu.org and go into the language files, and all these things will come in here. There's a few songs that are in there as well. Her brother, who left this world before her, they had a short little conversation going on there. There was a reference to Leland Scott. He also, they were first language speakers of our dialect. So they were master speakers, and that's what we're trying to achieve in our lives with our dialect there. But that's about it for me today. I'm sorry that some of you didn't get to participate in all of that over there. But Matthew here is going to take it from here. And I just wanted to say, Nimwindam, thank you very much. Oh, let's open it for any questions. Anybody have any questions? I am single. Oh. Yes.
I was told that this area here was a village in Butte College. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I know that the one reason why my grandfather never taught the culture to my father, my uncles, and my aunts, there was 10, 11 of them, because this was the site of the last massacre, where you had the militia coming in here and just start shooting up everybody, women, children, men, just start shooting, and for no reason. We now know that a lot of the problems this particular county had was with some of the Indians from outside of the area. They were coming down here, and there was cases of killing children, white children, stealing cattle. Of course, at that point with the gold rush, let me answer your question first, though, before I go on. There were villages everywhere. Everywhere. This would have been the valley area down in this area here, and we were foothill people, starting from the Cherokee going all the way up to Polga area, and then beyond. And then on both sides of the river, there was villages everywhere. We have a word, we say kakanikumi, and that's the spirit houses, the round houses. You might have seen some examples of that on one of those slides there, but they were everywhere. There was singing going everywhere, fires going everywhere, dances. This is what this is right here. I am a traditional dancer, and so this is what we wear. This is makaye, which is the goose feathers, right in here. And then obviously the flicker. We celebrate a lot of the animal people. That's what we call the kuksu. Kuksu in my culture is those things that we give reverence to. And that's the creation that was given to us to enjoy, from the acorn to the salmon to the deer, to all of us, to you and me. You know, we're all part of that creation. You know, so that was given to us. But yeah, there was a lot of villages everywhere. Yeah, yeah. And no doubt. Have they done archaeological digs here? Do you know?
No.
No?
No.
Well, actually, in Cherokee, there's going to be a local archaeologist giving a talk on agriculture Tuesday evening at the Nature Center in Chico. And there actually has been a fair amount of archaeology located.
You know, the one problem I have, up in our area, there's hardly been any digging going on. I've worked with archaeologists, specifically in Pomo country. And I know that in our immediate area, you know, they'll take a site, they'll go 3 or 4 diggings down and say, yeah, you know, they were here, you know, it was a temporary camp or something like that. There's been no intensive studies done in this area here. For one reason, I believe that, is they say our people have only been here 500 years. Now, this is paradise, you know, compared to some of the other places, and it's just hard for me to believe that my family, which I can go back directly, I can go back 300 years just in my family. So for them to say it's only 500-year time frame doesn't make sense to me. For one thing, our botanical knowledge is huge. Our medicine knowledge is huge. That doesn't come overnight. That's trial and error for us. We don't have microscopes. You know, it was like, oh, don't eat that. That guy died. You know, so you know, they say that down south, 10,000 years. If you go even further south, they say 30,000 years. And then 500 years here. It seems to be, there's something odd about that statement, you know. And I like to think that if we were, if I were to put a time frame on things, from what I know of the areas from south and north of us and east and west, I would say around 3,000 years. That is what my guess is. And that's why we're training up Matthew, because, you know, we need scientists. We need those people that will take that to that next level and be very definitive as to, you know, who the Maidu people are. We know that because our language is a Penutian dialect. Pene means two. But Pene means two. So we know that the Penutian, the 2-syllable people, are in Oregon, all the way down into the Zuni people down in Arizona as well. And I think because I've got friends that are Mayans, and some of their words are very similar to my words. And so the Penutian dialect language is huge. I think it's the largest in California. So I think that, you know, I would have to say we've been here for a long time.